Hello, everyone. I'm Deandra, and I'm excited to welcome you to another Wellness Wednesday. This session is going to be about the importance of body composition for breast cancer survivors. And today I'm joined with Coach Bryn from Your Kick-Ass Life After Cancer. So welcome, Bryn.
Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here today so that we can gain an understanding when it comes to our bodies that the number on the scale, right, your weight, is not the only thing that you should be concerned about as a breast cancer survivor.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we can go ahead and dive into that. So, Bryn, if you could start us off by sharing why body composition is so important for breast cancer survivors.
Yeah, so when it comes to life after breast cancer, our body fat percentage plays a significant role, and probably it's more significant than you realize, because I want you to think of the fat that we carry on our bodies as an active endocrine organ. This toxic fat is not just this dormant thing lying around on your body of a reminder of the ice cream you ate last night or the pizza you had last month. No, it's an active player in the health of your body. Fat in our body produces the aromatase enzyme, and the more fat we have in our body, the more aromatase, which means you could have more circulating estrogen in your body. And for most of us breast cancer survivors, estrogen played a role in our cancer, unless, of course, you were triple negative, but still something to be aware of. The less lean muscle you have and the more toxic fat you have on your body, the higher chance you have for more estrogen circulating in your body. So that was the quick and dirty science lesson.
Yeah, thank you, Bryn, for that. So that reminds me of one of the treatments that I'm on right now for my hormone positive breast cancer is actually the aromatase inhibitor. It's going to be shutting down that pathway so that my body can't produce extra estrogen. So not just from your ovaries, but also from your other cells, like the fat that we're talking about today. That's really great and interesting that you explained that for us. So now, could you go through some of the daily practices for breast cancer survivors to implement that would help them to build this lean muscle and lower the amount of fat in their bodies?
Yeah, absolutely. So the blueprint that I work through with my clients is based on three things, and that is eat well, move well, and be well. So if we start with that first pillar, eat well, the food that we're eating, the things that we're putting into our body, basically you can't outrun the fork is what I like to say. So the food that you're eating plays an important role in your body composition. So to make it quick and easy for this, the three things I would tell you to avoid would be boxes, bags, and barcodes. So when you're going to the store and you are putting things into your cart to bring home, the less processed food you have in your cart, then you're going to have more room for whole foods. So that falls into those categories of the boxes, bags, and barcodes. The second thing that is really important for your body composition is to move your body. This is so individualized too. So moving your body in a fun way, something that you look forward to doing, something that's not a chore is really important for you to find. And while that has a positive effect on your body composition and if you're losing weight as well, the more important thing about physical activity is the positive benefits for your mental health, especially as a cancer survivor dealing with all the things that we've dealt with. The more things we can do for our mental health, the better. And then that last pillar there, the be well, is all about your mindset. And that is what really shifts you from that surviving space to thriving after breast cancer. And to be honest, the mindset shifts to get you there. These are usually the pieces that are like the last to catch on. So if you're doing the work, being consistent with these mindset activities, know that these are the things that are going to be the last to catch on. But if you're doing them consistently, it will happen.
Okay, thanks for going through those three pillars, Bryn. I did want to add that if you're in active treatment right now and you're in menopause from your treatments, that This means that you're going to be producing less estrogen overall. So you may gain more weight, and that's totally normal. So I think the best thing is gradually easing back into exercise. And so if you have that weight fluctuation, know that it's not your fault, that your body is going through these changes. And I am right there with you. When you come off the hormone blockers, or if you actually go through to the other side of menopause, then once you get to that phase, it's going to be a little bit easier for you to manage your weight. So thank you, Bryn, for all of those insightful tips. That was great.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more. That is one thing that I try to ingrain in people, is that these changes to your body after breast cancer are not your fault. The chemo, the radiation, the surgeries, all of the hormone blocking medications, the medical menopause, all of those things change your body composition. So the more gentle you are with yourself and the more gentle you are with your approach, the bigger results you'll get from that too. So yeah, that was a really great reminder. So Deandra, I would love to know your tips on improving body composition.
Yeah, thanks, Bryn. My one key tip for improving body composition is actually how we look at body composition in general. I think it's important to shift our view from BMI, which is the body mass index based on your weight and your height, to something that's called waist to hip ratio. So BMI was originally designed for population level assessment. So looking at the US as a whole, seeing that people that have low BMI or underweight may not be as healthy. And if you're overweight or obese, that tends to be more chronic health conditions. When it comes to your individual self, though, these measures don't actually account for variations in muscle mass and fat deposition. Wherever you store your fat will be different. If you're a man, men tend to have straighter figures versus women tend to have curvier figures. So it really does matter where you are storing this extra fat, or if you have a lot of muscle. Muscle weighs more than fat. I actually am slightly overweight, but I have this really great waist to hip ratio because I'm in very good shape right now and I work out a lot. So I want you to know that if you're in this category, you could be deemed overweight or even potentially obese by BMI standards, but be really fit and healthy. So waist to hip ratio, it's really easy to calculate. You just get a tape measure and measure your waist, and then you're going to measure your hips. And so then you take the waist divided by hips, and if that is below 0.8 for women, then you're considered healthy. And then for men, since they don't have as much differentiation in their body types, then a target of 0.9 or less would be healthy for men. The important thing to know with this is that if your waist is skinnier than your hips, you have that different distribution, then you are in a healthier frame. So it's important to remind yourself that this is not about weight. We're looking at how your body is shaped and where your body carries this weight. It's important to prioritize this waist to hip ratio as a more precise gauge of your body's composition overall, and just ditch that BMI altogether.
Yeah, I love that. So many organizations are ditching the BMI measurement too. So I love that. So thank you. So yeah, so we're wrapping things up today. Next week, we're going to share one food that every survivor should be eating. So we'll see you here next Wednesday again for another Wellness Wednesday.
I'm looking forward to it.
Great. Thanks, everyone.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.